Danny down.
You are not cartel.
Oh, no. We're the Lewises. We just bought this house.
Didn't your realtor tell you about this place?
We didn't use a realtor.
We should go.
So what's the lesson here, Tracy Moffett?
Use a realtor. No, I thought we would talk about, you know, with the spring market and stuff like that approaching us, people are always talking about, you know, getting their houses ready for sale, staging, home cleaning, that sort of stuff too. But one important aspect that comes with selling your house is disclosing. So disclosing what's been happening in your home in the last, you know, near future. So you know, things like, for instance, a property disclosure statement is a form that you fill out when you're selling your house that gives you general information about the property. So, you know, it'll tell you if it's hooked up to sewer or septic, if there's been any septic reports, that sort of stuff too. So this is the chance for sellers to get some of those things fixed, but also to be able to tell the potential buyers coming in, this is what's happened to our house, this is what we've done to fix it, just for you to be aware of it. And of course, too, you want your buyers to always, you know, do their due diligence if they feel concerned with a topic or an item, to check it out themselves too.
And we're going to show some examples of things that you should be disclosing in just a minute. But before we do that, if you don't disclose, how much trouble can you get into?
You can definitely get into trouble, especially if the buyer can come back and prove that you were negligent in disclosing that information. So it's best for both parties to talk about it. You know, get it out on the table, have it out in the open, so there's no misunderstandings or cause for recourse down the road. So yeah, and it's not a bad thing to disclose something. You want, you know, if you've had a problem with your house and you've fixed it, you know, let the neighbors know, or let the neighbors,
tell your neighbors,
tell everyone,
potential buyers,
tell the potential buyers,
yeah.
So there is no problems down the road.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at those examples. I think we have some pictures we'll get to in a second. There we go. What's going on here? Oh, yes, there's a bit of a leak.
A leaky faucet.
Water is my thing, by the way. Water, I have water problems wherever I go. I don't know if I have a child born under the water sign or I don't know what, but that's the sort of thing that would happen to me.
Yeah, and some of these pictures, you know, fact or fiction. A leaky faucet, no, you don't have to disclose that. However, if it does cause damage to your house, absolutely.
Okay.
A security system. If you have a security system and a contract with a security company or any other kind of service contracts, yes, you need to disclose that. You don't want somebody moving into your house then all of a sudden getting unexpected bills down the road.
Sure.
Haunted
Funny
house?
Pictures,
ghosts. Believe it or not,
Really?
if you believe that you have a ghost in your house, absolutely, you are to disclose this.
Really?
Yes.
Have you had a situation?
No, not myself personally, and not in Kamloops that I know of. But yes, if you feel that you have a ghost in your house, you have to disclose. This is considered what's called a material latent defect. This is something that can affect the potential purchase price of your home, something that you can't find out under a normal inspection.
Huh. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yes, the other thing that can be kind of alarming, well, here's an addition on a house.
Right.
If you've done an addition without the required permits, which everybody does, right? They go down to the city, they get the right permits.
Right.
So they should. Not everybody does. So if you've done an addition without a required permit, you have to disclose that.
Right.
So again, just, you know, some common knowledge things. But another thing that people are surprised about is if there's been a death in the house. Unfortunately, if there's somebody that's, you know, died, whether it's suicide or natural causes, you want to disclose that. You have to disclose
And
that.
why is that?
Because it could, you know, it could deter potential buyers. There might be buyers out there that aren't comfortable in purchasing a home that's been in a situation like that. So again, you have to disclose that, and that falls under that same category as a material latent defect, something that you can't see through a general inspection, but is important to you to find out beforehand.
Awesome. Good things. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, some surprising things. And of course, too, you find out information, whether a house has had an underground oil storage tank, if there's been any asbestos in the house. Mold is another thing. If you've ever had mold in the house, this is your time to disclose it. So it's very important. You want to make it a term of the contract. So again, both the buyers and the sellers are aware of the items and that everything's clear and on the table before.
As a for instance, if you discover mold in the house, it was not disclosed and you just bought it a year ago, will those people that you bought the house from potentially be on the hook if the current owner wants to go after them?
It's going to all depend, because you're going to have to prove that the owner knew about the mold beforehand.
Right.
So say a neighbor saw a mold expert van out in the parking lot and can, testify and say, yes, I saw somebody
Sure.
here trying to get rid of the mold problem. Absolutely, the seller will be on the hook. But if it's something that they were generally unaware of, probably, unfortunately, there won't be any recourse.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Tracy, I think we're out of time. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
All right, TracyMoffett.com. She's got lots of fun information. You have to disclose those ghosts. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.